There are always 5 specific mistakes I see people making when purchasing a home in Bentonville, Arkansas. Today we're diving into the top 5 reasons, plus the 5th one is a little out of the box, so you want to stick around for that one. So, let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the no good state of Illinois, the worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Asheville, I could have moved to Utah, I could have moved to Colorado, I could have moved to Texas, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. But I chose Northwest Arkansas, and it is by far the best place to live in America, literally by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, call me, email me, whatever it is. We can meet up for coffee and talk about, again, why I chose Northwest Arkansas, again, anywhere else in America. Side note, if you are looking to reload to Northwest Arkansas, again, let me know right away. I help so many people every single year move from one state to Northwest Arkansas. My biggest vision, again, is helping as many people move here as possible to, again, the #1 place to live in America. All right, and the first mistake that I see people making all the time when buying in Bentonville, Arkansas is location. Now, the reason I mean for that is that what does it mean when it comes to location? There are different sections of Bentonville. We have the downtown section, which is obviously very cool, very expensive. We have the far in the east side of Bentonville, which is a very small part across 49, and very few homes are sold over there. But again, not too pricey, but expensive, but close to the trail systems. We have the far west side of Bentonville, which is getting close to Centerton. And we have the far south side of Bentonville near X&A. And some people really want to be close to the Bentonville Community Center. Some people want to be on the far south end of Bentonville to be close to Cave Springs or to Pinnacle Rogers. So when it comes to actually location in Bentonville, Bentonville is a very diverse location in general between trail systems and pricing and location, close to Walmart, close to the airport, close to Pinnacle. So again, the mistake is location. The thing I always recommend is kind of narrowing down, obviously, the most important stuff, which is going to be price. What's going to be important to you, what's going to be important for your family, or if you're solo or with a partner, whatever it is, say narrow down what you actually need, and then we can start focusing on that, because Bentonville is a huge diverse area when it comes to land, and sometimes, if you are near X&A, you're going to be 25-30 minutes away from downtown Bentonville. Is that something you want to be comfortable with? Totally up to you, and of course the prices are different out there, but again, keep that in mind as you're looking at Bentonville, is that the fact of this location, not only price, but actually the amenities makes a big difference in Bentonville. And the second mistake I always see happening in Bentonville, Arkansas is going to be price. Now, what I mean by price is 2 factors. First factor is that what price range do you want to be in Bentonville? Some people want to stay in the 300s, which is very challenging. And then we have people that want to spend, way more north of that. And so when it comes to Bentonville, it's such a broad stroke of pricing, you really want to know is actually what part of Bentonville is going to make the most difference for you. Again, going back to what I said before, but what price point is the actual, we'll say, the safest thing for you? I've had a lot of people move from other states that actually want to really downsize and actually take a whole bunch of cash from their other place and pay it out outright, just cash deal. Great, awesome, love that about them. The other side of it is people want to move to, obviously, Bentonville and go into that downtown section, and most homes, we're talking most homes, are going to be north of $1 million in that pure downtown Bentonville section. So there's such a broad area of pricing. The one area I want to mention is that there is, and this is a good thing, there is a broad stroke of pricing. We do have, obviously, the side of the 350s that is going to be near the X&A airport, and we have also the huge side of the other side of Bentonville, which is going to be north of $1 million all day long. So when it comes to actually moving here to Northwest Arkansas, just know that there are, and when it comes to price, there are more bang for the buck, I do admit. There are, just on the outskirts of the downtown section of Bentonville, there are homes that you can certainly walk from your home to the downtown section for under $800,000, under $700,000 occasionally. So keep that in mind, is that if you are looking for that pure, again, location, then this is the price range you're looking for, north of that. If you're looking for just wanting to be in the Bentonville School District, Bentonville zip code, there are definitely prices in that range for you as well. And the third mistake that I see happening in Bentonville all the time when it comes to purchasing homes is going to be the size of the home. A lot of people actually move from other states moving to Bentonville. We're aware of that. Obviously, huge increase of people moving to the area for obvious reasons, trail systems, Walmart, businesses, all the fun, all the enjoyment of the area. But what happens a lot of times is people actually will think they want to downsize into a smaller home in the area itself, which is, again, which I mentioned before, completely fine. But I do give a little bit of a warning is that when you actually downsize, you're going to be taking on a lot more other fun things as well. A lot of times people will end up having kayaks and mountain biking and this and that and rock climbing. When you're in Northwest Arkansas, it is wise to have a almost like fun shed where you can put your bikes, you can put your kayaks, you can put all the outdoor stuff you're going to be part of in a different location. A lot of times people might sneak them into their garage and park outside. Whatever the case is, but just know between extra kids coming down the pipeline, or if you have extra family coming in, or mother-in-laws, or father-in-laws, or whatever, just know, because obviously you want to come here and live here and vacation here, just keep that in mind. So regardless of all those things, just keep that in mind. Again, when you're moving to the area, I know that you are going to be very tempted to downsize or to save a bunch of cash and pay off the house, but keep in mind is that your life will get more adventurous when you're living in Northwest Arkansas, which requires more space, requires more fun space, requires a fun shed, requires an extra bedroom for a mother-in-law potentially, or father-in-law, or cousins, or sisters, whatever it is. Just know that a lot of people come visit you in Northwest Arkansas because they're going to see all the fun. They're going to be like, hey, why don't we just have a staycation over at, my brother Jim's in Bentonville. Happens all the time. So keep that in mind is that you will be the fun person that they come to when you live in Bentonville. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to take a trip down here, maybe you're looking to check out the whole area, checking to see if it's for you, maybe you're checking out just vacations. I made 3-day itineraries, like literally day by day, restaurant by restaurant, thing by thing, everything when it comes to Northwest Arkansas. So basically you have a full-on plan of what to do when you roll into town. So maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, you might be using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally, it's Instant Home Updates. So enter information below: name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below and make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on First Fridays? When is First Thursdays? What's going on in Fayetteville? What new buildings are coming to Springdale? What new things are going on in Rogers? When's the Saturday? There are so many things all the time. Enter your email below. I make sure you get that email every single Friday, but I need you to be aware. I need you to do a heads up. You will get a little fear of missing out, a little, we'll say FOMO, so to speak, but I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it down to Northwest Arkansas. And the fourth common mistake I see people buying homes in Bentonville, Arkansas is going to be a little bit controversial, which is, do you even need to be in Bentonville? Just heads up. I've had a lot of people end up moving to Bella Vista for the Bentonville School District. I've had people move to Centerton for the Bentonville School District. I've had people swear to me that they need to have Bentonville School District and then they end up going to a charter school. So keep that in mind, is that really know what you're looking for. And obviously a lot of people move to Bentonville, Centerton, Bella Vista for that Bentonville School District, even part of Cave Springs as well. But just know between all the opportunities and when it comes to the Bentonville School District, you can go beyond Bentonville itself. Sometimes people don't really want to live in that kind of downtown section of Bentonville and they prefer Centerton. Very common. Some people actually prefer to go a little bit farther south down to Cave Springs. Some people actually, honestly, even don't really care about the Bentonville School District because they're like, we don't have kids, we don't care. They go up to Bella Vista. They go up to a more of like a easy life golfing, kayaking lake community up in Bella Vista. And then you have people that go down to Pinnacle, obviously down to Pinnacle, down near Rogers, which is also obviously very near Bentonville. So just know, because Bentonville is like obviously the king, the prize, the everything around Northwest Arkansas at the moment, mountain biking capital of the world, that doesn't mean that if you're moving here, you don't necessarily need to be in downtown Bentonville. There are so many interesting things going on in downtown Rogers, in Pinnacle, in downtown Springdale, in Fayetteville, in Bella Vista, even in Pea Ridge to some extent. So just know that obviously Bentonville's great, fantastic, but it may not be your slice of cake, your slice of apple pie, your drink of coffee, so to speak. But regardless, just keep that in mind, is that have an open mind. Have an open mind is all I'm saying. It may not be Bentonville. You might need some of the amenities from Bentonville, but it may not be Bentonville. And the fifth and final actual mistake I see people making all the time when buying in Bentonville, Arkansas is going to be, wait for it, but waiting. Back in 2021, 2022, 2023, I had so many people, lots of people say that they're waiting to buy a house because they feel the market was going to crash. That was when the average price in Bentonville, Bella Vista, Pea Ridge was right around the mid 3s. Things have changed a little bit. We haven't had a recession. I can't predict the future. I have no idea. But what I do know is that those people who are still waiting are still waiting. And so my recommendation to you is that if you've committed to moving here, if you're really investing into making the move to Northwest Arkansas, definitely do not wait. There are no indicators whatsoever, at least in Northwest Arkansas, that things are going to be slowing down. There's a lot more people moving here. The trail systems are getting even better. The infrastructure is doing great. There are so many other opportunities when it comes to Northwest Arkansas that it's not going to slow down people from moving here at all. Especially Walmart hiring, JB Hunt hiring, Tyson hiring, new businesses popping up. So many things going on in Fayetteville. So just know that there are so many things coming different directions to Northwest Arkansas. It may, at the end of the day, someone will end up buying a house for sure. I hope it's you. But just know that when those people back in 2021, 22, 23, they're still waiting. They could have bought at 325, 350, even 400 to some extent, and now it's a much different price point than that, especially in Bentonville. So just know, but I do admit there were people in 2022 that I helped buy downtown Bentonville houses for $500,000. So they're doing quite well, to say the least. Now, some may argue that the bubble, it's already expanded to what it can do. And there's an argument, especially for the downtown section of Bentonville, like how much higher can it get? And I do agree to some extent. You're just not seeing that kind of increase as you were before. But what you are seeing is obviously the huge increase of pricing for single family homes on the outskirts of the downtown Bentonville, because it's like, hey, I'd rather buy a $450 house on the outskirts of Bentonville, on the outskirts of downtown Bentonville, versus a $1.5 million house in downtown Bentonville. So there are still opportunities, certainly in Bentonville, in Centerton, in Bella Vista, Pea Ridge, etc. But just know, one of the things I heard all the time in 2021, 2022, 2023, and some parts of 2024, they're waiting. So that's my last word of advice, is that don't make the mistake of waiting until something happens, because eventually something will happen. That is for sure. In the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, something will happen. But, it would probably, like as most investors say, when's the best time to purchase? Yesterday. And that is the truth. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds like what it is, literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. It comes with a 120-page guide, literally made by me, of all the things happening in Northwest Arkansas. Population, demographics, schools, all the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas, all the cool things happening, all the things right here, 120-page guide, comes right to your home. It comes with my 3-day itineraries, it comes with postcards, it comes with stickers. It comes with this handy dandy, you just get this for obvious reasons, the NWA coloring book, the coloring book, all right? This is just a trip and a half. I think I'm in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, there I am. Oh, you need this. You want this. I will send this to you, I promise. Anyways, you definitely want the NWA Starter Pack. So it's literally a box shipped right to your home. Right to your home. Enter your name below. Enter your address below. Make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Box right to your home. Side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It's my favorite folder, F word. Free! So enter your information below. Make sure to get the package shipped to you right away. All right, guys, I'll see you next one.